Welcome back to Couch Collectibles. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Today we're going to be looking at some rare quarters that are worth money. So feel free to check out all the other coin videos here on the channel if you guys haven't already. Let's just hop right into it and start off first with this first 1994 Washington quarter. Now this coin isn't super valuable, but this quarter did sell for more than 25 cents. So it is the 1994 D mint mark. You can see that it looks like it's almost damaged. However, these are actually clips. So clip errors, we got 4 curved clips. We have one here on one side of the coin, and then the other 3 curved clips are there together on the other side. So this coin is graded at a mint state 63. It is a mint error, and this quarter sold for $23. So again, not very valuable, but let's move on to a $1,000 quarter. Now what makes this 1994 D mint mark valuable is that it has a grade of a mint state 67. The coin grading company that graded this coin is known as PCGS. There's all kinds of different coin grading companies out there. Feel free to check out my coin grading videos for more information on that. PCGS, very reputable coin grading company, so you can check them out, pcgs.com. Now this coin sold for over $1,000 because it has that high grade of a mint state 67. So that is where all the value comes in at. Now if your coin's all scratched up, dinged up, it's been circulated, it doesn't have any types of errors, it's only going to be worth 25 cents. But because this has that high grade, that's what makes it valuable. It depends on how many of these coins are graded at a mint state 67 or a mint state 68. The coin grading scale only goes up to 70. So again, the grade population is very important when determining the values of these coins. Now here's a 1994 P mint mark Washington quarter that has been double struck. Of course, this is a very noticeable type of error. We see that there at the bottom of the coin and on the reverse at the top, of course. This coin sold for $138 at Heritage Auctions. So that is very cool. There's all kinds of different double strikes out there as well. But this coin, this next coin, one of my favorite types of mint errors is the die cap error. Now some of them could be, not so valuable. Something like this that's very extreme is going to sell for a lot more than a quarter. So it's a 1994 P mint mark graded by Annex. It has that die cap, mint state 63 grade. This quarter sold for nearly $150. Here is an elliptical clip error taking place on the 1994 P mint mark Washington quarter, graded by Annex again at a mint state 62. This quarter here sold for $25. So nothing too crazy, but 25 bucks. All right, now this coin here, it's got a lot going on. So we have a broad struck coin, broad strike, with the second strike being off center. So very cool here. This is awesome. We see that error taking place here on the coin, on the front, the obverse, and the reverse of the quarter. This coin sold for over $125. Now you can look for all these different types of errors on all kinds of different coins, not just Washington quarters, and that is true for this case as well. Now this quarter you see here on the back looks very normal, but here on the front it's got that copper color to it. That's the inner copper layer of the quarter. It's missing the outer clad layer. So we see the clad layer on the reverse, but not on the obverse of the coin. This coin is graded at a mint state 62 by Annex, and this quarter sold for around $60. Not bad. Now this is the same case, however it's a more expensive quarter. It's graded by PCGS, and it's not missing the clad layer on the obverse on the front. It's missing the clad layer here on the reverse of the coin, which is pretty cool. Now this is graded, like I say, by PCGS at a mint state 64, and this 1994 quarter sold for over $210. Such a simple type of error to look for in coin rolls from the bank. Now here is another type of error. Some of these can be much more extreme than this. This coin has been struck off center, so you can look for off centers on all kinds of different coins, penny, nickels, quarters, dimes, all that stuff. So when you're searching through coins from the bank, always keep in mind off centers. Those are obviously very easy to spot. So this coin here sold for over $25. Next up is a 1994 Washington quarter that was also struck off center, 10% off center to be specific, and it's graded by NGC at a mint state 62. This quarter here ended up selling for over $30. Alright, so something like this is definitely worth getting graded. Now this is a Washington quarter from 1994 that was struck on a 10-cent planchet. So 10-cent planchet, a Roosevelt dime planchet, the blank planchet actually. So what a Roosevelt dime was supposed to be struck on, this quarter was actually struck on. It only weighs 2.3 grams. This coin here sold for almost $400. Can't beat that. Here's another 1994. Now this is the P mint mark with the high grade mint state 67 grade by NGC, and that's where all the value comes in at. Just like the high grade coin that we looked at earlier in the video, this coin sold for around $220. Now in 1994, of course, we also have the proof quarter that will have the S mint mark there on the front of the coin, the obverse of the coin. Now this is graded by PCGS at a proof 70 deep cameo. Now you cannot get any better than that. That is the highest you can go on the coin grading scale, a 70. That's highest it goes, 1 to 70. Now proof coins are much different than business strike coins, the typical coins that you find in your everyday pocket change. Please refer back to my proof coin videos. All you have to do is just type in proof coins couch collectibles, and I have tons of those videos here on YouTube or on Facebook. Now this coin here sold for around $145. All right, so here's a 1994 P. We looked at some curved clips. So here's a triple clip. I think the other one was 4 clips on the coin. So this one has 3 clips. It's a 1994 P mint mark. The coin only sold for 18 bucks, but still a pretty cool mint era coin to add to your coin collection. Here's some other quarters that are worth money. So here we have a quarter from 1974. You see that it looks very normal here on the reverse of the Washington quarter, but if we look here at the front, you can see that the front of the coin, the obverse, has been struck through a capped die. So that is the mint error taking place on this coin. It is graded by NGC at a mint state 66. And this Washington quarter sold for over $285. So always be on the lookout for interesting things like this. These types of errors can happen on all kinds of different coins, not just quarters. Now here is a 1976 Bicentennial Washington quarter. We see here on the front of the Washington quarter, not much going on again, but if we go to the reverse of the coin, this is where the value comes in. So the 1976D, this coin was actually struck through a wire. Here on the reverse of the coin, we could see that wire going through the quarter, so that actually happened at the mint when the coin was produced. Now, this coin sold for over $700, a $700 quarter. So man, finding something like that obviously is like one of a kind, super, super rare. There are others out there that I've showed in other videos, but man, that is super, super rare. Here's another capped die coin. You can pretty much, you know, the error speaks pretty much for itself. You don't need a coin microscope or anything to look for errors like this. This coin sold for over $600. Now here is a Brockage error taking place on a 1976. We're gonna look at a couple 1976 Washington quarters here. You know, you can't really tell here on the reverse that it's an error really. It kind of looks like damage until you flip it over to the front of the coin and we see that Brockage on the front. No front design. You can kind of see it there, a little bit of the date and Washington's neck there, but you do see the reverse design here coming through on the front of the coin. Now, as a result of that mint error, this quarter sold for over $700. Now, here's a coin. You know, I talk about these a lot. I know maybe some people may get bored of seeing these, but it is a 1974 Denver minted Washington quarter that was struck on a 1-cent planchet. So it only weighs 2.9 grams. You can see that the whole design obviously does now fit on a 1-cent coin planchet. And because of that, this quarter sold for over $700 as well. Back to the 1976 Bicentennial quarter. Again, normal here on the reverse, but the error is taking place here on the obverse, which this one's really cool because it was struck through a cloth. So some kind of cloth material got in the way when this coin was being struck. So that is really, really awesome. Would love to have one of these in my collection. This coin sold for over $600. And the same thing with this, but this is just a different example, struck through a cloth. Same dated coin, 1976. And this coin sold for over $800. So man, those are super, super rare coins there. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle, check out the videos to the left of me, and until tomorrow, I'll see you on the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.